You're a governor, while you also say you're taking responsibility for security in your state, you admitted the limited nature of governors. You once complained about being the chief logistics officer.
Yes. Let me tell you now.
Yes.
Because politics was brought into security. What happened in my state? I had a minister that was a grade A minister with the federal government. They wanted to make my state ungovernable. I had 12 commissioners of police in 3 months. Now I have to sit back. What do I do to survive this?
Honorable Minister.
So I have to go back and replan the security architecture. I now have enemies at the federal level. So nobody saw me in Abuja. I never slept in Abuja. I remained in River State. Even if I come to Abuja, I go back that day.
Honorable Minister, that's a convenient
point for me.
That's a convenient point to stop you, because we're still going to talk about River State, but we need to go on a quick break now. And of course, when we come back on, from that break, you'll be meeting Mr. Infrastructure in the FCT. But before you meet that Mr. Infrastructure, we'll talk a little bit about River State politics, Mark, where you have been angling to have that. So when we come back on break, you are going to lead us along that path. So we go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
The National Secretary to be the Acting Secretary. You see, you have a National Secretary whom you don't want. He was elected on the last convention. You cannot remove him. That's litigation. That's a crisis. And they claim, that, look, I don't do friendship. I do what I will. I don't do friendship when it comes to the issue of what is right.
Ahead of the December PDP convention, there are talks that
this quarterly media chat we're having with the Minister of the FCT, His Excellency Nyesom Wike. We're just about to switch gears now to this issue of the state of emergency declared by the President in your home state, River State. You haven't quite said anything since that state of emergency was declared, but quite a number of people, including the NBA, the Nigerian Bar Association, has come out to say that the President's declaration was unconstitutional. Politically speaking, though, there are those who say that you might be unhappy because it does appear that since the Supreme Court judgment, members of the State House of Assembly who, have stayed, let's say, loyal to you, were gearing up to impeach the governor. And some people have said, politically speaking, perhaps that was a move to, save the situation in River State. What exactly is your own permutation and your thinking since the state of emergency was declared in your state?
Margaret, do you want me to tell you the truth?
I'm listening.
As a politician, I'm not happy. I wanted outright removal of the governor. As a politician, I'm not happy. But for the interest of the state, the President did the right thing.
As a lawyer?
No, I'm coming. Rather, the matter is in court. But people must say the truth. The governor was gone. He was gone. Yes, he was gone. So when people say, President did this, I say, look, if that's where they should be worshiping, they should be worshiping Mr. President. Every morning, go to the President, can we wash your feet for serving us? How? Mind you, Supreme Court has said no money can go to local government when it's not democratically elected. Mind you, Supreme Court has said nobody will go to the state without appropriation. In that situation, there was crisis. All institutions will be shut down. Health will be crisis. Education will be crisis. It is not in my place to make it good for the governor.
What about your state?
And that's what I'm saying as a politician. It is not in my place to make the governor to be happy. It's not me. My business is not to make him comfortable. And that's what there's power play.
It's part of the role you play.
Now, the point I'm trying to make, Mr. President came in. and save the situation, save Rivers people of that calamity, of that anarchy.
Oh, so you know it was
people,
going to cause calamity if the governor was impeached?
What calamity? That the governor is removed? Was it a coup? The Constitution provides that if there's an infraction of the Constitution, that you can be impeached. I don't know people who are working towards today for the president not to go back for second term. Is it a crime? If they had their way to impeach Mr. President in National Assembly, would they do it? You think that they are comfortable to stop to 2 years? Who told you that? I never told anybody that I'm a pastor or a imam. It's a power gate. But then the people must face the reality. The governor cannot think that, this and that, if governor is removed, this will happen. What will happen?
Yes, but I've asked you
so
that.
The point I'm making is that president saved the situation. And that's what they didn't understand when Attorney General say that they should even thank Mr. President for saving them.
A lot of people have accused Mr. President as bias, saying that you would have been suspended.
Suspended for doing
yes,
what?
That you have been suspended
you're one
as a
leg
minister.
of the problem. You're also one leg of the problem.
Agent for
listen now, we're not listening. What's the problem? I don't know cause problem for president.
I instigated.
Hold on. Are you not hearing coalition? What's the essence of coalition? To make sure the president does not return. Are they making president to sleep every day? Has anybody killed anybody? Is president finding his heart to say, he does not want me now. He's also working by delivering the dividend of democracy to the best of his ability. He's not going to sleep. Mr. President has a good relationship with the National Assembly. For Christ's sake.
You actually
hold on. You see, I have told you here, governance is not about awarding contracts. It's not only about awarding contracts. Governance is not only about inspecting project, commissioning project. Your capacity, your ability to navigate is key. If as a governor, you have crisis, you don't know how to navigate, to put your people in check to make sure you are calm, your governance is going through. I suffered it. The powers that be at the national level didn't want me to survive. Did I go to church to cry? Did I go to mosque to cry? I came back. I sat down. I said, listen, we have problem. How do we do? We have to navigate this. How do I navigate it?
Okay, all right.
Let me finish. So that give people the opportunity to hear from us. So this attitude of the governor, if it's removed of the crisis, because the Constitution provided for it. And therefore you must also be careful. The kind of infraction. Look at what Supreme Court said. Am I the one? That you are ruling as a despot.
But right now,
hold on. That there's no government. The only thing that makes governance democracy is legislature. Under the military, you have executive, you have judiciary, but there will be no legislature. So what makes it democracy is the legislature. When legislature is not there, there's no democracy. And you came down without any qualms. You went to an arm of government that's a symbol of democracy, brought you down to rule as a despot. Supreme Court said so, white and black. What are people talking about? Nobody wants to say, look, this thing you did was right. You sat down out of 32 members of a constituency, of 32 constituencies. You sat down. You are taking 3 people to make law. And you say the people have defected. By your own math, it lies in your own math. Defection is by you. The governor said, look, it is by me. Anything I say, how they will be, that's how they will be. Who does that in this world? Who does that?
You said by his own mouth, but we saw them waving flags of the APC.
Oh, define defection. Supreme Court defined defection constitutionally and politically. I want you to go and read the judgment.
So
now, let me tell you so that it's good to educate the public. Yes, I can say we have defected, but it depends for the speaker to hit the hammer, to declare the seat vacant. Until that happens, he cannot say the defection has been completed.
The speaker who himself was
The speaker
defected.
himself was part of
Too
the
bad, too bad, assuming. You see, that's what
you're a lawyer.
No, hold on now. Too bad. That's why the speaker said politically and constitutionally. Constitutionally that becomes when you are defeated, defected. You see, I don't know people who have been defending at the National Assembly. It suits the speaker. It suits the Senate president. Have they declared their seat vacant? They have not. But when it does not suit them, they hit the gavel. We have declared our seat vacant. And it is only then you can say defection has taken place.
Yes, but Your
It does not
Excellency.
lie on you.
Yes, Your
to say,
Excellency.
I wave flag.
Yes.
The constitution does not say, if I wave flag of another party. Okay, now that the governor of Delta, the governor of Akwa Ibom, said they will support the president. They've defected. Is that the constitutional position of a defection?
Your Excellency, but let's look at the state of play now.
Yes.
State of
Now you talk about the NBA.
Yeah.
About the emergency. Let me tell you, I've told you, people should thank Mr. President. That me as a politician, selfishly, I'm not happy. I say so. But President did what he did for the interest of the state. The House of Assembly members were not happy. And that's why I had to go to London to speak to them. To say, listen, I agree. You are doing a constitutional role. I agree. But look at it on a broader.
But Your Excellency,
Let me finish now. Look at it in a broader way. No crisis, no salary, nothing will happen. The state will go down.
yes. So
And
that
so, on that basis, I like it.
So-
Now, you said NBA. It's unfortunate. How would NBA say it's unconstitutional when you collect that gift? What is it?
no, they're not connected. They are
No,
they are two
listen, why
separate
not
issues.
hold on?
Yes.
That's why I tell the people, when the Board of Ventures came to see me, he was here. And I told them, what is it? When Justice Leafield gave judgment about local government, NBA came out and condemned the judgment of Justice Leafield. Without reading the judgment,
They made comments without reading a judgment.
yes, which has never happened, yes. Now, the president declares of emergency. He now says, oh, it's not constitutional. Now, until everybody now knew why you are doing what you are doing, that the state gives you a gift of 300 million naira. A gift that was not appropriated. There was no appropriation. You took MPA. You took 300 million naira and said it's a gift.
They solicited
For
for
a
help,
purpose.
and you are a member of the NBA yourself, and you have supported the NBA yourself.
So hold on. In my budget, I put grants. In my budget, I put grants. I'm allowed by law. It has been appropriated. In this case, there was no appropriation. I've had for NBA to take an illegal gift. Assuming that this thing didn't come up now. Did you know that they took gifts?
Are you suggesting that the stance of the NBA was influenced
Of course.
by the gift that they had received?
Are you not aware? Is it hidden? Everybody has seen it.
No, they're two separate things.
No, they are not two. Let me tell you. And I can tell you how the money came about. It came through Somiari, senior advocate of Nigeria, who is close to the chairman of the NBA. That's why they offered NBA that they are going to host the annual general conference in Port Harcourt.
Will you support the NBA to return the 300 million naira?
What do you mean by support?
it's being a member.
Because a lot of people are saying they should return the money. They have said no, it was only a gift, and you don't return
a
the
gift
gift.
of who?
To the NBA, which you are a member of.
There are some gifts that will kill you.
Okay.
This gift, let me tell you, this gift is too bad. Let me tell you, see, that's why you have to be careful in certain things you do. Look at what happened. NBA, a judgment of court was given by to the NBA, not being a party to the suit, come out to criticize the judge. Why did he do that? Interest somewhere. Oh, it was this thing was that now revealed. People that no wonder. NBA has never, as a body, come out to criticize judgment of a court. So that does not mean that you, as a lawyer, you will not be able to criticize judgment of court. What's the business? Not knowing that there was something going on. Money, 300 million. Did they declare that the state government gave them a gift? Until now.
Your Excellency.
So when you say emergency, people have gone to court. Do you understand it? Let the court determine whether what the president did was legal or illegal. Not on the perspective. That's why we have the court.
Yes.
The court must make a problem. You see, this attitude of what we do, something that I don't like. Because, to my view, is wrong. Therefore, it's wrong generally. That's why people have to go to court.
Your Excellency, that's why I wanted you to
Yes.
speak on the state of play right now. There's a state of emergency in your state.
Yes.
You are a politician. You have benefited from the democratic process, sitting on top of the table in River State. Are you doing everything in your power? Because we saw pictures of you and some legislators from the state in London and all that. Are you doing everything in your power to make sure that 6 months is done and everything returns to democracy? Being a beneficiary.
No. The beneficiary of what?
Of the democratic process.
That's why we are supporting the State Assembly. That's why we want that the only way there can be democracy is when the legislature is in existence. Now, it behoves you now, who is the governor, to allow democratic structures to be. It behoves on you now to say, look, this thing has happened. How do I do to bring everybody together? Now you hear people talk, go on television, say this and say that. I'm an elder. I'm a leader. Has anybody taken it upon himself or herself in River State today? Say, look, see where we are. What do we do? Let me approach this legislator. Let me approach these leaders of the party. What do we do to make sure things work together?
Maybe they are looking up to you to do
So
that
that is the problem I have.
as a leader.
You said you had what I hear one for Saturday John said I'm the cause of the problem. And I laugh. If I'm the cause of the problem, as an elder, he claims he is. Has he one day called me? Come. What is the problem? Why can't you sit down and talk? And let me answer, okay, see this and see that. Rather, as the chief promoter of ethnicity under Abuja governor in River State, we saw hell. That's the period you had Ogoni and Okrika crisis. That's the period you had crisis in Okrika land, where human beings were killed, slaughtered, where he established the Bush Boys. Ask him. Under who? That they now had Amanaba for Okrika. Under my government. Under me. Under him there was crisis. Bloodshed. Yet people were dying. You set up a faction, or they call them Bush Boys. Durable set up a faction, and they were killing, slaughtering people. As a governor, as an elder statesman, and you have not. Sir, these are my people. Now somebody who's not from your place came as a governor and said, no, this has to stop. What is this problem? God gave judgment about instantly. I never waited. I said, look, there must be an end to all this crisis. Inaugurate the Amana of Okrika. I went ahead and created another first class for Oguruma. I recognized somebody called the Amana of Keke. I recognized somebody called Amana of Okachu. Today, in Okrika, there is peace. If I didn't want peace, as a non-Okrika, I would have allowed it so there will be crisis in that place. And then what I tell people, elder, it's not just because I'm 85 years. Elder also means by your conduct, by your activity. If you be an elder is 85 years and you're not bringing peace, take away that elder and go. Take it away.
So you have admitted that part of the reason why there's the state of emergency was declared in your state was to preempt a number of things which could have degenerated.
I think the president did not want the state to get to that level of where anarchy. And he did the right thing. I said, but selfishly, I wouldn't want it.
Yes, that's what I want to ask you.
Because I'm a politician.
So politicians are happy with anarchy?
No. You don't understand. I wanted the governor is not doing well. Get out.
And some people say the sole administrator is also not doing well. He's already acting like a Democrat when he's supposed to be there appointing local government chairman. Who by those local governments?
I'm so surprised about what he said. He's bringing democracy. First of all, remember and take ourselves back. If this sole administrator does not bring peace in the place, does not set up democratic structures, remember, the moment the 6 months is over, you fall back to Supreme Court judgment. Today, they're getting their money because a state of emergency has been declared. Ordinarily, if a state of emergency was not declared, money won't go to the state. Money won't go to the local government.
Isn't that hypocritical? Money is flowing to the hands of the state and the local government under an administration that is not democratic.
Listen to what I said now. That's the point I'm trying to make. What's hypocritical about it?
Because the administration is not democratic.
No, but who made it to be democratic?
It's a sole administrator.
No. The government has already collapsed. Supreme Court has given judgment that there's no government. And therefore, there's no appropriation. And you cannot spend money without an appropriation. There's no local government. Who will take the money? Who preside over the money? Emergency route ordinarily is an aberration. However, because the Constitution recognizes that a situation like this may come up, that the president has power to do what he did. In order to say, okay, for the time being, let us have some peace. But in having that peace, civil servants must be paid. In having that peace, institutions must be run. You cannot say civil servants should not be paid, schools should not go on, hospitals should not go on. How about?
Well, the Constitution never said
state of
that
emergency,
a democratically elected governor would be swept off his feet because the intention of the
That's
Constitution
what remember Section 305 said the president got the exceptional steps. But like I said, the matter is in court. Let the court interpret. And that's why people should be patient. Up to now, we have almost about 11 cases. I hear the PDP governors went to court. I hear.
Yes,
that's what I heard. They know. They all did that just to, they deceived the governor. They deceived him. Don't you know you're a governor? Apply this, apply that.